And Jarvis felt that experiences are educative no matter what, whether they're good experiences or bad experiences. No matter what happens, they're all learning experiences. Well, he feels like we learn from everything in life, whether it's good or bad, negative or positive. Even if something, some outcome may be bad, he feels that there's some learning that can be accomplished in that. So take the time to look at those three theories. Those are also three theories that are heavily considered in the adult learning concept world. Okay, we've done a little bit of learning during this presentation, and now it's time for a quiz. So let's draw on some of the information that we've learned during this brief presentation and take a quiz. There are actually 5 questions, and I'm going to start you off with question number 5. After I ask you the questions, you select your answer, true or false, and then we'll go to our answer key afterwards. Question number 1 is, pedagogy is how adults learn, true or false? Question number 2 is, andragogy is how children learn, true or false? Question number 3 is, Malcolm Knowles made 7 assumptions about adult learners, true or false? Question number 4 is, Malcolm Knowles theorized that the most potent motivations are external rather than internal, true or false? And the final question, number 5, Jarvis's theory of margin predates Malcolm Knowles' andragogy theories, true or false? Okay, you should have all of your answers reported by now. Let's go to our answer key to see how well you retained the learning that we did during this presentation. Question number 1. Pedagogy is how adults learn, true or false? The answer, of course, is false. That is reverse. Pedagogy is how adults learn. Question number 2. Andragogy is how children learn, true or false? That, of course, was false. Again, it was reverse. Andragogy is, of course, how adults learn, the theory and science of helping adults learn. Question number 3. Knowles made 7 assumptions about adult learners, true or false? And of course, if you were paying attention, that's false. Malcolm Knowles made 6 assumptions about adult learners, which we reviewed. Question number 4. Malcolm Knowles theorized that the most potent motivations are external rather than internal, true or false? And of course, the answer is false. He felt that internal motivations were the most potent, things that meant the most to the individual. And our final question was, Jarvis's theory of margin predates Knowles' theory, andragogical theories, true or false? And this one's a little bit tricky. The answer is false. It was McCluskey's theory of margin, not Jarvis's theory of margin. If you got all 5 correct, you did great. If you got 4 right, you did pretty good. If you got less than that, then you might want to go back and review the material. Okay? All right. Really briefly, let's summarize what we've discussed during this presentation of Malcolm Knowles, andragogy, and other adult learning concepts. We talked about Malcolm Knowles, who he was as a learning theorist, who he is, his concept of andragogy, the beginnings of andragogy and pedagogy, how they found their roots in early European learning concepts, the different adult learning concepts that are available to us. Malcolm Knowles' 6 assumptions of adult learning, which he based his andragogical theories upon, and a comparison. We had a comparison chart which gave us the comparison of andragogy versus pedagogy, and the implications or irrelevance of adult assumptions by Knowles, how they apply in today's real world. And finally, we reviewed 3 other theorists, McCluskey, Alaris, and Jarvis, which also adult learning theorists and their theories regarding adult learning. Okay. Finally, we've provided you with the resources and references for today's learning. You can look at those if you'd like to do some further reading or research on your own. At this time, we'll be entertaining any questions, or preguntas in Spanish. If you have any questions that you'd like to ask at this time, please feel free to do so. We welcome and encourage questions, so we look forward to getting some questions from each one of you. Thank you for participating in today's presentation on Malcolm Knowles and Adult Learning Concepts, Andragogy and Adult Learning Concepts. You've been a great audience. I'd like to thank you for your participation and best of luck in your learning theory.